All right, so I figured I'd pull the old Chinese foiler back out because this thing has been sitting before I got my Arctic Cat 400 here, which has been almost a year. I have driven the racing go-kart recently. I do need to crank it up, so I might make another video on that. Obviously the racing mower, you've seen that kind of recently. This you have not seen recently. It's kind of been turned into the storage rack of just useless items. The tire here is flat, which really sucks. So I'm probably going to put some new front tires on this thing. So let's get this thing cleaned up. So there we go. We got all the layers of junk off of the foiler. This is the first time this thing has moved in about a year. That's not looking off. It does not want to leave. There we go. So yeah, there is still mud on it from the last time we ever rid it. And you're probably wondering why the pull start is like that. And the reason for that is because my brother was actually riding this around. He cut it off and tried to start it up, and it ripped the pull cord out of his hand and somehow went back in there. So he had to take it off and kind of feather the rope back through one of the holes, tie it up so that way he could start it. So I'm gonna look at the oil. But yeah, it's about up to right there, which is perfect. The oil that's in it is Thor oil medium, same as the oil that's in that go-kart over there. Front bumper, had to modify that. You can laugh at that, but it does work. Biggest thing is looking at this gas tank. Actually, the gas doesn't really smell that old in here. So there's a chance that this thing might start. I'm gonna get a screwdriver and drain the carburetor of any fuel in it, just to get any residual old fuel out of there. So that way new gas will kind of go up to it, and we'll see if it'll start. So now since the fuel is done, we have to remove the pull starter to fix the, monkey rig modification my brother did. He just kind of had to do it. And unfortunately, the pull start cover will not come off unless I remove the side cover, which is kind of a pain in the butt. So I am going to modify that. So when I put it back on, I will be able to remove it without removing it again. All right, so it actually started up a lot easier than what I thought. I could tell the pull rope definitely is a lot shorter now. I'm gonna go through, tighten up that contraption, put some air in the tires, and we'll try to take it down the road. All right, that's not going any tighter. Oh well, it's gonna be the way it is. Starting to get flat. It's not perfectly clean, but it's a lot better than what it was before. All right, guys, so I got the top cap of the reservoir open to change the brake fluid out because the brakes felt kind of spongy. Check out that brake fluid. That is in excellent condition. Surprisingly, the brakes actually still work, but I'm gonna get some new fluid in here because this is absolutely ridiculous. This has never been changed before. I probably need to fully take it apart and like rebuild it, but I don't really want to do that. I just want to see if flushing some new fluid through can push out any garbage. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, there's like a big metal chunk coming out of there. Something. Oh my gosh. I mean, that is like completely black. So yeah, I'm gonna keep flushing out this old disgusting brake fluid that I don't know how the brakes are still working, honestly. I'm gonna keep flushing it and flushing it and flushing it until I get the fluid looking pretty clear. Yeah, these brakes are much better now.